Stop blindly following every success formula you're handed. Stop assuming that effort alone guarantees control over your life. Because some of the most popular advice about success sounds empowering, but quietly trains you to stay comfortable, predictable, and easy to manage. You have been lied to about success. You have been told that if you wake up at 5 a.m., if you journal your gratitude, if you visualize your dreams hard enough, the universe will bend to your will. But look around. Look at the army of optimists with their vision boards and their affirmations. Where are they? Still waiting, still hoping, still powerless. There is a reason why the most powerful men in history did not believe in positive thinking. Julius Caesar did not manifest his empire. Genghis Khan did not attract his conquests with good vibes. And Niccolò Machiavelli, the most dangerous mind to ever put pen to paper, did not write about gratitude journals. He wrote about power. Raw, cold, unapologetic power. And today, I am going to teach you his most forbidden lesson. The lesson that every guru is terrified to tell you because if you learn it, you will never need them again. This is not motivation. Motivation fades. This is not inspiration. Inspiration is for poets. This is instruction. This is the manual for becoming unstoppable. But I must warn you, once you see what I am about to show you, you cannot unsee it. You will look at your old self with disgust. You will look at the people around you with pity. You will realize that you have been playing checkers while life is chess. And there is no going back. So if you want to stay comfortable, if you want to keep pretending that your participation trophy mindset will save you, close this video now. But if you are ready to stop being a victim of circumstance and become the architect of inevitability, then keep watching. Because what comes next will change everything. Let me ask you something brutal. How many times have you failed? Not the cute failures that Instagram celebrates. The real ones. The business that collapsed. The relationship that destroyed you. The moment you looked in the mirror and saw a stranger you did not respect. If you are honest, the number is high. And every time you failed, what did you do? You went back to the same broken system. You set another goal. You made another plan. You told yourself this time will be different. But it was not different. It never is. Because the problem is not your execution. The problem is not your discipline. The problem is the entire framework you are operating within. You are trying to win a rigged game. The game is called the future. And the house always wins. When you set a goal, you are betting your happiness on something that does not exist yet. You are saying, I will be complete when I achieve this thing. But Machiavelli understood a truth that will set you free. The future is a fantasy. It is a story you tell yourself to avoid the pain of right now. And as long as you live in that story, you are not living at all. You are a ghost, haunting your own life, waiting for permission to be real. Machiavelli wrote about Fortuna, the goddess of luck and fate. He described her as a violent river that drowns the unprepared. Most men, he said, build their houses on the riverbank and pray the flood never comes. But the flood always comes. The market crashes. The job disappears. The body breaks down. And when it does, the goal-oriented man is washed away because he built his entire identity on sand. He built it on outcomes he could not control. The Machiavellian does not build on the riverbank. He does not pray to Fortuna. He builds the dam. He redirects the river. He uses chaos as a tool, not a threat. And the way he does this is through a concept so powerful, so dangerous, that it has been hidden in plain sight for 500 years. Virtù. This is not virtue. This is not morality. Virtù is capability, adaptability, ruthless competence, and strategic positioning. It is the ability to do what must be done when it must be done, regardless of how you feel about it. When you operate from virtù, you do not ask, what do I want? You ask, what is required? You do not say, I hope this works. You say, I will make this necessary. Do you see the shift? The goal setter is passive. The virtù operator is active. The goal setter is at the mercy of circumstances. The virtù operator creates the circumstances. This is the difference between a man who wishes and a man who commands. Here is the truth they do not want you to know. Your goals are making you weaker. Every time you set a goal, you create a point of failure. You create a future moment where you can be judged, where you can be found lacking. And because you know this, you become cautious. You tiptoe around your life, afraid to make the wrong move because it might take you further from the goal. You become paralyzed by the fear of deviation. Machiavelli despised this kind of timidity. He wrote that fortune favors the bold. that the man who waits for the perfect moment will wait forever because the perfect moment is a myth. The world does not reward planning. It rewards action, but not chaotic action. Strategic action. The kind of action that comes from a man who knows exactly where he stands, who has assessed the terrain, who has calculated the angles, and who moves with the confidence of someone who has already won because he is not playing for a single victory. He is playing for position. Let me explain what I mean by position. Most people think success is a destination. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be famous. I want to be loved. These are coordinates on a map, and they spend their lives trying to reach those coordinates. But here's the problem. By the time you get there, the world has changed. The goal has moved. The rules have shifted, and you are left standing in the dust, wondering why you feel so empty. Position is different. Position is not a place. It is a state of strategic advantage. It is being where the opportunities have to flow through you. It is having skills so sharp that you become essential. It is building relationships so strong that you become irreplaceable. When you focus on position instead of goals, you stop chasing. You start attracting. You stop begging the world for scraps. You start commanding resources. Think about a king. A king does not have a goal to sit on a throne. He is already on the throne. His concern is maintaining position, expanding influence, and neutralizing threats. He does not wake up and say, "Today, I will try to be king." He wakes up and says, "Today I will act as a king acts." This is the shift I need you to make. Stop trying to become something. Start being it. Right now, with what you have, where you are. Now I will tell you the most dangerous secret of all. The secret that Machiavelli hid between the lines of The Prince. The secret that only the truly ruthless understand. Your enemies are not outside. They are inside. They are the voices in your head that tell you to wait, to be reasonable, to play it safe, to consider other people's feelings before you consider your own survival. These voices are not you. They are the internalized expectations of a society that benefits from your weakness. They are the chains that keep you obedient. Machiavelli wrote that a prince must learn how not to be good, not evil, not cruel for the sake of cruelty, but willing to do what weak men call immoral in order to achieve what must be achieved. You must learn this too. You must be willing to disappoint people, to cut off dead weight, to say no without explanation, to take what is yours without asking permission. The moral man waits for the world to be fair. The Machiavellian makes fairness irrelevant by becoming powerful. Let me give you an example. You are at a job you hate. The goal-oriented person says, "I will work hard, prove my value, and eventually get promoted or find something better." This is weakness. You are negotiating with your oppressor. You are hoping they will see your worth. The Machiavellian says, "I will extract every skill, every connection, every resource from this place. I will use it as a platform. I will position myself so well that when I leave, they will panic. And I will leave on my terms, not theirs." Do you see the difference? One is hoping for mercy. The other is building leverage. Leverage is the only language power understands. If you have no leverage, you have no power. And if you have no power, you are not free. You are just a well-fed slave who has convinced himself his cage is a castle. I will destroy another illusion. The illusion of balance. You have been told to seek work-life balance, to make time for hobbies, to not burn out. This is advice designed to keep you mediocre. Machiavelli would spit on balance. Balance is for people who do not want anything badly enough. Balance is for people who are afraid of their own hunger. The men who changed history were not balanced. They were obsessed. They were consumed. They sacrificed everything at the altar of their ambition. And yes, some of them died young. Some of them died alone. But they died as legends. They died having bent reality to their will. You, on the other hand, will die balanced. You will die having never known what you were truly capable of because you were too afraid to push past comfort. Here is what they do not tell you. Comfort is the slow death. It is the narcotic that keeps you numb while your potential rots. You think you are resting. You are decomposing. The Machiavellian does not rest. He reloads. He sharpens. He studies the terrain while others sleep. And when the moment comes, he strikes with such precision, such force, that the world has no choice but to acknowledge his existence. Stop seeking balance. Seek domination. Dominate your mind. Dominate your body. Dominate your environment. And once you have dominated yourself, the domination of external circumstances becomes effortless. But you cannot dominate anything if you are still negotiating with your own weakness. There is a reason Machiavelli was feared. It was not because he was evil. It was because he told the truth. The truth that power does not care about your intentions. The truth that the world will not reward you for being nice. The truth that if you do not take what you want, someone else will. And they will not feel bad about it. He wrote that it is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. But let me tell you what he really meant. It is better to be respected through capability than liked through weakness. When people fear you, it is not because you are cruel. It is because you are competent. It is because they know that if they cross you, there will be consequences. It is because you have demonstrated, through action, that you are not someone to be trifled with. This is not about being mean. This is about being dangerous. And dangerous does not mean violent. Dangerous means unpredictable in your capability. It means having options when others have none. It means being able to walk away from anything because you have built yourself into someone who does not need any one thing. When you are dangerous, people treat you differently. They listen when you speak. They move when you move. Not because they like you, because they respect you. And respect is the currency of power. Now, I will give you the framework. The actual system you can use starting today. Machiavelli's method has 3 phases: observation, positioning, and execution. Observation. Most people are blind. They walk through life reacting, never analyzing. They do not ask why things happen. They just accept that they do. You must become a student of patterns. Watch how power moves in your environment. Who has it? How did they get it? What do they protect? What are they afraid of? Read every room you enter. Read body language. Read tone. Read what is not being said. The man who sees the game is already halfway to winning it. Positioning. Once you understand the game, you position yourself strategically. You do not chase opportunities. You place yourself where opportunities have no choice but to find you. This means developing rare skills. This means building relationships with people who have resources. This means cutting off people who drain you. This means moving to cities where your industry thrives. This means reading books that give you an edge. Positioning is not passive. It is active, strategic placement. Execution. And when the moment is right, you move. Not hastily, not sloppily, with precision. You execute with the full force of your capability. You do not hesitate. You do not second guess. You do not ask for permission. You act as if the outcome is already decided. Because in your mind, it is. This is the method. Observe, position, execute. Repeat forever. No goals. No finish lines. Just continuous strategic advancement. You become a force that does not stop. A momentum that cannot be interrupted. And the beautiful thing is, you stop caring about individual wins or losses. You are playing an infinite game. You cannot lose an infinite game. You can only stop playing. And you will never stop. I will tell you what happens when you delete your goals and adopt this method. First, the anxiety disappears. You are no longer worried about whether you will hit some arbitrary target. You are focused on what you can control right now. This moment, this action, this decision. Second, you become patient. Not passive, patient. Because you understand that power is built slowly, brick by brick. You are not in a rush. You are inevitable. Third, you become magnetic. People sense when someone has stopped chasing, when someone has stopped needing. It creates a gravitational pull. They want to be near you because you have something they do not. Certainty. Fourth, you become ruthless. Not cruel. Ruthless. You cut without hesitation. You move without guilt. You optimize without sentimentality. And this ruthlessness protects you. It keeps you sharp. It keeps you alive. This is the shift from human to force of nature. And once you make it, there is no going back. You will look at your old self and you will not recognize him. That scared, hopeful, goal-chasing version of you will seem like a stranger. A weaker man from a weaker time. Here is the final test. Imagine you lose everything tomorrow. Your money, your status, your relationships, everything. The goal-oriented person would collapse. They would fall into depression. They would say the universe is against them. But you, the Machiavellian, would smile. Because you know that everything external can be taken. But no one can take your mind. No one can take your virtù. No one can take your ability to observe, position, and execute. You would rebuild. Not from scratch. From experience. And you would rebuild faster, stronger, smarter. Because you are not attached to the outcome. You are attached to the process. Machiavelli himself faced this test. He was exiled, tortured, stripped of everything he had worked for. And what did he do? He went into the woods. He put on his finest robes. And he sat down to have conversations with the ancient philosophers. And from that exile, from that humiliation, he wrote The Prince, the book that would define power for the next 5 centuries. He lost everything, and he won eternity. This is what I want for you. Not the goals, not the achievements, the unshakable core, the part of you that cannot be broken because it is not dependent on anything outside itself. When you have this, you do not need to chase success. Success chases you, because you have become the type of man that reality bends around. So here's what you do next. Tonight, before you sleep, write down every goal you have, every dream, every plan, and then burn the paper. Not metaphorically, actually burn it. Watch it turn to ash. And as you watch it burn, say this to yourself. I am not my goals. I am my capability. I am not my dreams. I am my actions. I am not my future. I am my present. From tomorrow, you wake up different. You do not ask, what do I want to achieve today? You ask, where must I position myself today? What must I learn today? Who must I become today? You stop waiting for life to give you permission. You stop hoping for the right circumstances. You create the circumstances. You become the circumstance. And 6 months from now, when people ask you how you changed so much, you will smile. Because you will know what they do not. You did not change. You simply stopped pretending to be weak. You stopped playing the game you were taught to play. And you started playing the game you were born to win. The Machiavellian game. The game of power. I will tell you one final thing. The thing that separates those who understand this from those who actually live it. Most people watching this right now will feel a surge of energy. They will feel inspired. They will feel like they have finally found the answer. And tomorrow morning, they will slip right back into their old patterns. They will set another goal, make another promise, fall back into the comfortable prison of mediocrity. Why? Because inspiration is entertainment, and entertainment is not transformation. The Machiavellian does not need inspiration. He operates from identity. He doesn't wait to feel motivated. He acts because that is who he is. When you tie your actions to emotion, you become a slave to your moods. When you tie your actions to identity, you become inevitable. The real question is, are you ready to become someone new? Are you ready to kill the weak version of yourself that keeps resurfacing every time things get difficult? Machiavelli wrote The Prince for men who were already in the arena. Men who were already fighting. Men who needed tools, not motivation. I have given you the tools, the observation, the positioning, the execution, but I can't give you the will. That must come from you. And it will only come when you decide that you are done. Done with waiting. Done with hoping. Done with being a passenger in your own life. When that moment comes, that is not inspiration. That is awakening. And once you are awake, you cannot go back to sleep. For the next 30 days, operate as if you are already the person you want to become. Don't try to become him. Be him. Right now. When you wake up, ask yourself, what would the most powerful version of me do right now? And then do it. No hesitation. No negotiation. Just action. Pure, strategic, relentless action. At the end of those 30 days, you will look in the mirror and see someone you do not recognize. Someone harder. Someone sharper. Someone dangerous. Someone free. That is when you will understand what Machiavelli knew. Power isn't something you acquire. It is something you become. And once you become it, no one can take it from you. Welcome to the other side. Now go and conquer.